Alright, what the fuck is up, chat? We're fucking back. We're fucking back, and we're fucking back, man. I got a fucking MacBook Neo. The grind is restarted. Miles every day. Fucking Claude every day. Fucking lessons every day. Fucking more YouTube fucking videos every fucking Tuesday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Woo! Get fucking hyped. Get fucking hyped, homie. So, yeah. Today we're gonna be doing the Claude Cowork notes. And Claude Cowork is basically not a chat-based system. The fucking dog is here. What's up, also? Oh, my bad, also. My bad. All right, back to what I was saying. Let's read some. This is a pretty hefty thing about fucking notes about Claude Cowork. This is a fucking. This shit is like 15 fucking pages. This shit's fucking wicked. This course took fucking a while to finish. This shit took like 3 fucking hours. This shit was crazy. This is the last course I completed before my fucking laptop shut off, so poggers. But yeah, basically, Claude Cowork works on your problems and not gives you solutions and step by steps on how to fix them like a chatbot. Chatbot, when you enter a prompt or a question, is like, like let's say you want to install something like for example, I was trying to install anti-gravity today. Bro, the new anti-gravity 2.0, by the way. That shit is wicked. That shit's like a Claude bot or Claude. It's basically the same fucking thing. It's wicked. I tried to download it, I was looking at it and I was like, what the fuck? Like, what is this? Like, I thought I was gonna get my coding software back, but no, it's a whole like new thing. It's crazy, dude. Shit's fucking crazy. But yeah, continuing on, like it's not a step by step. It's basically for solving and working on your problems. Like if you want files extracted, you want your files reran, bullshit like that. Cloud Code will do it for you. Cowork is built for not just an answer. It meets you where your work is. It's on your local machine, on your cloud apps, and basically that. Cowork is about delegation, where the chatbot you can just ask, find drafts and questions. Cowork adds something new, the ability to describe an outcome, and for Claude to execute that. Basically, what I was just saying right now, what Claude Cowork is basically Claude Cowork is a mode of plan inside the desktop app where a lot of the work is done alongside you. You point it into a folder like Gmail or Slack or whatever. You describe what the outcome you want, like let's say pull data from fucking my emails, my recent emails, and what emails you got and bullshit like that, and it'll pull it, and life is gonna be wonderful for you. The model, what matters most. Cowork is about delegating, not just chatting. Chatting is incredibly powerful in and by itself, but where you go to think through the problems and drafts, ask questions. Cowork doesn't replace that any of that. It adds something new, the ability to handle and plot entire pieces of work inside Claude, and for it to do it. Beautiful. I feel like that's the best explanation. Moving on. Um, Chat versus Cowork and versus Claude. There are three models built for different shapes of work. Chat is turn-based dialogue. Ask a question, it responds with an answer. Boom. Claude Cowork, like we discussed, works on those problems with you. Chat or call or code, sorry, is for coding softwares, and it's a vibe code, so you could like do crazy stuff. It's basically AI based. Um, Everything is recapped in the notes. So a little recap what they were talking about. This is my words. Everything highlighted red in these notes that are gonna be linked in the description is by me. Everything said by me in red when it's highlighted. Okay, so the little recap, they were talking about how chat is step by step, giving something gives you back. Claude Cowork works with you, and coding is for softwares on your local system. And the first part of the new lesson, they were talking about how to install it. I already had it installed. I had to reinstall it today on the MacBook Neo. That shit is a fucking pain. Bro, that MacBook Neo is so fucking slow compared to the M2 chip that I had in my fucking MacBook. I need to get that fucking shit repaired like ASAP. That shit is so slow. But it's a cool little laptop, like it's green. It's just gonna get kept. It's a cool little color. Either way. They're basically saying how Claude has read and write access that you can open your files, edit them, and create new ones and organize them. Sorry, guys. This is the main difference between the chatbot and the cowork feature. Basically, that it fucks around with your files, and it can go on internet and bullshit like that. This is an example that they were giving you, like pick a folder, describe what you want and whatever. This is them talking about connectors, and in the previous videos, a few videos, I talked about connectors and what connectors are. Connectors are how you set up Claude to reach into your work, like Slack, you like Salesforce, like Slash or whatever the fucking payment systems are. It's all like most of it is either a plugin or a connector on the Claude Anthropic side that is affiliated with it. If not, you use the Chrome or Google Chrome extension to bridge the gap, and basically it'll do it. There you go. The permission module, when you pick a folder, you automatically authorize Claude to read it whenever. Oh, let's go back. Sorry, like this is what I wrote for the notes as a comment on the thing that I highlighted. Apps that you can give Claude access to, but it can't connect to, but it bridges itself through fucking Google Chrome. Beautiful. The permission module, when you pick a folder, you automatically authorize Claude to read it and write in it. When it comes to tasks, inside that folder, it has two permissions. Default as before acting. Claude pauses before each action and touches with you, like sending emails, posting messages, and sharing a file. Acting without asking doesn't pause for any of those things. Doesn't ask you any like uh authorization question. It just fucking does it. But it won't delete the file. It won't delete a file. You would always have to authorize it to delete a file. Beautiful. Um, Piece of work knowing it will take action to surprise you. Delegating, not just chatting, actually feels like it works beside you. Okay, so they had me write a. Okay. So in this course, they had me write a prompt. Basically, connected my folder, and I connected the notes folder, the ones that I'm using for Claude notes for these videos. I connected that folder, and this is what it said. Basically like how they're related, and yeah, I highlighted it green because this is the Claude's output, and like this is me going through trial and error. What makes a task drive for Cowork? Cowork is built for tasks that take several steps, tasks that leverage context through real files, and tasks that span tools that you already use. And pattern one is like tasks that require multiple steps are good for Cowork. And one prompt, Claude gathers context, compares sources, and adds additional resources and research, drafts a summary, and formats a deliverable example. A week of customer feedback emails into a theme. Those are some of the examples that they provided. Pattern two, tasks that live in real files on your computer. Cowork is great fit for when objective of tasks outputs a real artifact, a Word, PDF, save in formats. You needed into a real fuck. I can't fucking read my own fucking notes, bro. Like I feel like it's my fucking brain. Like I can't fucking comprehend. Like my fucking ADHD just goes through the fucking roof. This shit's fucking annoying. Bro, having ADHD is annoying. Yeah. Pattern three, the task spans multiple tools, like multiple skills that Claude would need to use. That's a cowork feature that you're gonna have to do it not through the chat bot. um, you could schedule a task like describing one like slash schedule and to describe a task to what you want, execute the prompt and accept it. If the task I went over this, if you schedule a task and your computer isn't opened on the time, it's just gonna push the task back until you open your computer, and it's gonna run it while your computer is open, straightly after your computer's open. Good. um They are talking about Dispatch. Dispatch is Claude's app on, like, basically Claude's app on the phone that allows you to connect to your computer. Like, let's say if you want to write a prompt, but your computer does have to be on for this feature as well. Let's say you write a prompt and like you want some, like, for Claude to create a file, let's say in your MacBook, you'd use the Claude Dispatch feature and you just ask it to create a file. That shit does it on your laptop, but your laptop does have to be running for that feature to be working. um um Oh, okay. So there was a video that they were that they were doing, and they were like organizing files on the PC or something like that. I proposed for it to organize my pictures. Too bad it was too many fucking pictures. So this is my comment. Okay, so I wanted add a comment. Basically, my files were too much for Claude Code to handle. I had 5,000 pictures and 20 something gigabytes of videos. So it wrote me a script. Claude Code told me to paste it into my terminal, and it's running right now. And it didn't fucking work. Basically, it did summarize everything. It made a copy of every single file that, or every single picture that was on it without deleting the picture, and it just overloaded my storage system to the point where I don't know what files or what pictures I had to delete that didn't save, but I had to delete some because I know not all of them fit. Basically, it was just a whole shit show. But the program ran completely fine. I guess it was just me and the planning aspect that fucked up. Okay, key takeaways. Claude asks before it commits. Most non-trivial tasks start with a clarification or a question or two. Boom, you could steer the oh, by the way, you could steer the task like while Claude is working. You could steer away the task. Let's say if you see it going to a separate thing, you could steer the task away and basically retract the task. Claude works best when you retract the task, not reset the whole conversation so it has context and thinks about it. Okay. Okay. Plugins or skills. Okay, let's go after skills because we already learned or I already explained projects. Projects are pretty simple. Skills, what a core coworker learns, how specific processes should be done, what unlocks them when machine task comes up. Cloud Works runs away from your team good wood templates. Your stand. Okay, that's some bullshit. Let me just explain skills. It's something that you do repetitively enough to the point where it's a skill and like that it has a due process and Claude will remember that due process the more times you do it and the more times you tell it so you could work on those that due process and make it more efficient with Claude and Claude will just execute it for you. Like for example, if you want to grab something out of your email, that's a skill. Claude will dig through the specific things that you need in your email with that skill and publish or and give you the result. Basically, how I would explain it. Basically, this is my notes. This is what I wrote. Basically, going over how you're not gonna use this on one day. You're gonna realize when the coworker is gonna when you. I need a new tool for fucking for AI transcription. This shit is so ass. I don't know what the fuck this shit wrote. Cause I'm just like I'm obviously not gonna type out 15 fucking pages of notes. This like shit is so ass to save and implement your skills as your team. Oh, and then you could perfect those skills and then share them across your team and share them across people. There you go. I feel like I just explained it from my memory, not from my fucking notes. Fuck my notes. There you go. My memory is what matters. Not really, not really. Uh, Workplace for a stream of work. I feel like that's projects. What is inside the skill? The skills is more important than just a long instruction. There are four kinds of skills and files. Skill can include instructions, the skill MD file, the brief that tells Claude what the skill does, and when to use it. Asset logs, brand temples, references, examples, a good output style, guides, clauses, libraries. Bas- Basically something that it needs to remember every time, like to draw comparisons from. The script, a small piece of Claude code that can run parts of the process that should happen when it's ran a lot or it's an automated task. A skill can use a combination of these. Some skills just have a skill.md file that's perfectly fine for some processes. Others have a skill.md file plus a brand asset folder. Others include all four. The mix follows the word, including one of these to be included and nothing more. So basically, don't have more than you need and don't have what you don't need in there. The skills are so useful for codifying how your team works. Cowork is basically a coworker that can act on your behalf, and skills are how you get it done. The instruction tell it what to do. The assets give it raw materials. The references show how good looks like. The script lets it run repeatable parts the same way every single time. Perfect explanation. Oh my god. It's not like I that wasn't even copy and pasted. This was written. Um plugins is just a package of set skills. Bills are on a job where a skill is one playbook, a plugin into several Plugins teach Claude your team's way of installments. A finance plug into Claude knows the way your team analyzes things. Anthropic publishes plugins for common roles: finance, legal, sales, marketing, customer support, product management, and more. I need to look into plugins that could help me. I don't know what the fuck I'm still working on. Maybe YouTube. Maybe do I start like a little YouTube AI channel like I've seen. Maybe do I go into deeper with Claude Code. Maybe do I like I want to write a program that shows my dashboard, my monthly expenses and all of that like in a set thing like in a pie chart. That would be fucking sick cuz my fucking Bank of America and all that bullshit. This part just goes into more of the Cloud Chrome. It just bridges websites and Cowork together. A real example: if you don't have a connector behind a dashboard or something that you would want to monitor, you can have one page summary just by telling Cloud Chrome. That's it. That's really it. That's really it. This is just going into Excel, the Outlook, and stuff like that. How it's partnered with the M365 apps. Um, Best practices: working safely. Safety. Your car is working safety in lesson two. Never mind. Setup so makes mistakes can't reach what matters. What Claude is basically saying is to delegate a folder or duplicate a folder, and basically never use an original file while working with Claude because Claude could still mess up an original, and you don't want to be left with the original being messed up. So always make duplicates. Write prompts that leave no wrong action. How you ask matters as much as what a folder you pointed at. Be specific about what topics you want. Name the bounds and the prompts. Use scheduled tasks for drafts initially on drafts. The three guidelines: read the plan once it has made it. When Claude starts a task, it lays out the plan process, real thought, and it makes sense on the plan. What for an unexpected patterns? You do not need to validate every single command, but if Claude is doing something unexpected, terminate it or ask it to deviate. Approve confirmation prompts or deliberate. Stay as before acting for anything that sends or posts. Why this matters is when you're putting in a into a plugin, you're giving them okay. This was just going into the skills and basically running eval and how bro, I need to correct these notes. This is horrible. I don't know if I could have this on the internet. Like I feel like this video is a note, but I don't know. I have to optimize these notes or I have to make them better. This shit's fucking horrid. This is bad. Basically what this was telling is when you finish a skill you could publish it on the internet and yeah people could copy it, so basically run the simple evals, test the thing, so it's not like you're putting something shitty, your name on something shitty, make it something that you're proud of like your work. How the eval system works: Claude it walks through evals as part of the process as it is what it looks like one Claude skill. Prompt without it. Review each pair, give feedback in plain English. After that, write and review a page as read each pair. You're really just answering two questions in the skill version. What I would use if yes, no, great, who made it. Be specific. Wait. They're basically saying okay, like going into like what I was saying in the previous videos with the evals, just go through trial and error with the evals. Share what you build with the team. This is when your team has a handful of skills. This is for like the CEOs and shit. This is not for me. I'm gonna skip this fucking part. I do not need this shit. This lesson covered Meet Cowork and what it is and how Cowork works. Meet Claude Cowork, yours global instructions, plugins. Global instructions, by the way, is something that you want Claude Cowork to reference every single time you open it. It's a global thing of who you are, what you do, and the stuff you want it done like that. It's not a Claude.md file that is just open in your project. It's universally on your system. Boom. Yeah, I feel like this was a pretty good course. Gonna be using this heavily. There is one more part of Claude Cowork and it going more in depth on Claude Cowork and the stuff that it could do. So I'm excited for that. But yeah, maybe We'll see. But I feel like this closes out the video for today, and I guess this is goodbye. This was a pretty shitty video, I'll admit. Um, I'm gonna take some stuff away from this and probably work on stuff that I need to do to make these videos a little better, because I feel like I'm just reading bullshit off notes. I need a new way to learn them. Alright, bye guys.